with the other members. I will start with the results of the poll. I'll end it, and then you can see it all. Share results. And then you see, well, most of the people, 40% of you participated in the poll. And then, well, most of the people who do make quotations do make more than 10 per month. So that's a serious amount of your time. And then how much time you spend on average on each quotation is an hour. Well, Sander, you told me that with your tool, not only the quotations get better, but also get much quicker.
Yep.
Yes? Oh, that's very simple. Yes. Okay. Well, shall I give you the floor and that you give your presentation?
Yep.
Okay, very good.
I will share my screen. I will share my screen. Okay, go. Okay, good. Altijd eens even kijken. Oké, I can share my screen, hoor. Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
The only thing I cannot share my screen, only the applications, but okay. That's okay with I mean. Well, for your introduction, where we're coming from, is my books. That's the basic of the inspiration of plant rest. And I think that most of you know these books, the inspiration books and the product books with the plants which we use in our industry. But I also made pictures for other companies like Le Susan Mobilane, Plants for People, and Newcoop. Back in the past, in 2002, that is wrong, sorry, this is 2002, I already distributed and sold simple pictures of pots and plants to make your own combination within Photoshop. I did it together with Bert Goebel from Maarse Kazan. And in 2008, I was one of the founders of the EILO. And now I started Plant Rest about 2 years ago. And now we go from print to digital, as I did have a lot of requests for images, for presentations, as well from inspiration images, but also from plants and pots. And this is what I now combine in Plant Rest, an application for the interior landscapers, which you can share also with your clients in various possibilities. And the focus is interior landscapers, B2B. So my focus is interior landscapers, not the architects or the designers, because that is for interior landscapers. And what do we have in Plant Rest? We do have inspiration. You can use the library. No, first, I'm sorry. First, the questions which I got. From how do I get pictures from you? How can I put them together? A plant in a pot. How can I make more easily a quote as we made a questionnaire last year under the interior landscapers that they use Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Photoshop, etc. Takes a lot of time to make a quotation. And finally, we do have now a very large database with plants, and that is the PIM system. And I'm going to handle these 4 items now. That's the inspiration. And in inspiration, we have 5 categories for the time being, with images, location, plants, close-up details, pots, and green walls. And you can select images. I'm going to show you afterwards. And if you select these images, you can make a mood board. And this mood board you can share with your clients. Here you see some examples of mood boards. Here we selected everything with blue in the picture. These are close-ups. This is based on gray. And here we have about Busidas. You see a picture of the nursery, some inspiration images, and close up. So then you can inform your client what it is. We also have now the configurator. Here you will be able to select a pot, a plant, to put it together and to put it in an image. I'm going to give you also a demo about this afterwards. And you can put it in an image or in a white image. Then you will be able to make a complete quote from plant, pots, but also with insert and water meter, etc., etc. And you will be able to make a floor plan, a design where you can design what's going to be where. This is still in a beta for the time being. And then we have the data actually, which we enriched. We make all the names standardized. So we call, for instance, all the plants Norina instead of Bocarnia. But still you can find Bocarnia in the system, but it will show always Norinas, for instance. But also the plant for indoor, outdoor, where can you put it in the workplace? So this is what we enrich in the data. And we also standardize the name in that all the plants have the same name in your quote. And you will be able to connect this or an API, or we make an export from Excel CSV, which you can import in your own ERP system. And this we're going to show afterwards. Now I want to show the application, but I just have to see. I think I have to.
Yeah, then you stop your share and you start a new one.
Yeah, I cannot, but I cannot share my whole screen. Eh?
Yeah,
I cannot share my screen. Eh?
No, you can just share each application.
That's too pity. Okay,
yeah.
Now.
This is okay. Now I see the application.
Yeah, but I was prepared to have my my bureau desk. Okay. This is where you enter Plantrest, and we have here the inspiration, about 300,000 images, with various filters how you can find your right picture. If you say, well, do me show me all the images from a desk, then you see images from the desk. And they are all in high resolution. And these you can use for making your inspiration. Then you click on this button, you put them in a project, and then it's connected to the project. And you also can say, I only want to see location images, or you want to see the plants. And these are plants which are only for interior landscapers. You can also say, well, show me then also the close-ups. So now you see here the Adiantum is their close-ups, Achmea. So we have the whole bunch of the plants which you use in your, which you can use. You don't see in São Paulo, for instance. But we also have an average of pots. And we have various green walls. And green walls you can share by say, well, do me only the green pillars, or show me then room dividers. And this inspiration application, you will be able to share this with your customers. Here is no price information behind, no supplier information. And you can share this with your client, and you also can connect then these images to your mood boards. So this is the inspiration side. Then we have the configurator. And this is just an example picture what we have prepared, but you will be able to show then to upload your own images. And you select here a pot. Also we have a lot of filters, but you select here a pot. Then you select a plant, applicate, and it's ready. You can resize. You also can say, well, I want to have a hanger in the pot. Then we share, then we looking for the hanging plant. Okay. Boop. And that is just not a little bit of error now. Okay, yeah. And you can resize it if you want. Okay. Take this one away. And you can show it to your customer. We have here a lot of filters. You can look by brands. Just show me all the Letusa images. Then you see then all the Letusa. You can save this to your mood board. And you also can put it in a widescreen. And if you want to show the real size, this one is 1.70 meters. This 156, so you see even the size is correctly. You also can save this in your mood board, and you can show it to your client. You can put you can put as many as plants you want into the pot, and you also can turn it a little bit. You can change it. You see, now it's the hanger in the pot. Now it's outside the pot. If you go to the projects, I want to show you now the mood board application. I prepared already before the presentation. I put some more plants in the image, a tabletop, and a hanger, and Rosina in the pot. And this is what I just showed to you. And now you can make a mood board. You can make a mood board, for instance, with only 2 pictures. You download it. And it's ready. Here you can put your own, if you're going to use a license for the Plantrest, you can enter your own logo, and this you can send them to your customer. But you also will be able to download this image, and you can put it directly. But I cannot show it now because I cannot share a screen my screen. But you can take this picture and you can put it directly in your own PowerPoint if you have an own layout for your presentations. You also can say, well, I will show more images in the mood board. Now you select some pictures, okay, and you say, well, create mood board, and then you can change. Well, I'll put this one here, and I put this one here. So you can make your own composition, and then once again you download it, and you have your PDF page ready. Or you download the images single for your PowerPoint. So this is about inspiration. But you also will be able to make an offer. However, it's still in a beta, it's not perfect yet. But if you make a quote.
I interrupt you. Are there any questions about this part? Because this is actually a finished part now of your presentation, isn't it? How to use the mood boards.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah. Are there people with questions? Because I have some. Are these images copyright free? You know, that there's like thousands of images, and then if I put them in my quotation, I can use them. I can use them in I can publish them if I want to or not.
Yeah, of the 3,500 inspiration images, I do have about 80% the rights, or is my production, or have the rights, and the other 20% I do have the rights to use them and to offer them to the customers.
Okay, so if I'm using your tool, I can use them without limits.
Yes. Yeah.
That's great.
Now without limits, you can use them for you making quotation offers. You're not allowed to put them on your website or for printing, but you're allowed to use it for your own presentation and quotes.
Okay, that's important to know. If I start to use your tool, do I get some kind of course to get to you, because you go very quickly, and I think that there's some learning curve here. How do you help me to get it going?
Yeah, we give trainings, of course. It is not
Okay.
too complicated. I go a little bit quick now, but we give about 2 times 1 hour training, and that is enough on average to understand how it's working. And of course, we are always available by email or WhatsApp. But in the beginning, you get 2 times 1 hour training.
And also this whole customization with my logo in it, etc.
Yeah.
Help me
Yeah.
doing that.
Here you will be able to add your company information, your address, etc. Upload your logo. You fill in here your VAT from your country and your basic margin. And then you add here your customers. If you want to make the mood board, then you have to add your customer. And but we give a training for people who start to use it.
Okay, well, those were the questions I had. Maybe I gave other people ideas for questions. Not yet. I don't see any hands.
And you will also
I see a question from Nikita. Are the pictures updated over time, pots, etc.? Did you hear my question?
No.
Oh, are pictures updated over time, pots, etc.? You know that the collection of lechuza, it will change over time.
Yeah, we keep that update, of course. That is very important.
Okay, well, that was the only question in the chat, so I give you the floor.
Thank you very much. And you also will be able to upload your own image to media. So you also can use your own image for the mood board. And this then will be only your image will be only in your application, not into your lens. Other interior landscapers will see this. So you can upload your own image in the media and use this for your mood board. Then I will show you now about making a quotation. I prepared one to save time. So then you select a customer, then you start a project, and you can here add a product. And here you see, I'm sorry. We also have commercial products. And this is import. Here you see where we have the commercial information from Vachtgelm, from Leaf, Maxifleur, Mobrain, Nieuwkoop, VLM. And here you can find then all their products. Now we do have a lot of Nieuwkoop guys today, so we show Nieuwkoop. And here you see the data that's the same as Nieuwkoop has in their web shop. And this information with the basic price of Nieuwkoop, €3.10 seems to be the price. So without then your personal discount. And you see also if it's available or at the quantity. Here we have about 6 boxes available. We also have that with spots from various suppliers. Now we take here Plantidum, for instance. You can say, well, the collection. Now Plantidum has the colorful. And here you see all the products from Plantidum. And if we select by name, you also will see that we have then matte, structure, and shiny. If you have a good screen, you even can see the difference. And you can select these products for making a quote, but also you will be able to select the materials. So you can put you can select a liner. You can select the water meter, etc., etc. All the items are available for making a quote. If you make a quote, then you go into the quote for your customer. I prepared already these 4 products. Then you add the product. Now keep it simple. I take this one. Then I put a plant in it, hydro plant, whatever. Up, chuck, ready. Then I say demo. Okay, I save this. But here you see now the Dracena. This is 61 euros. You have standard filled in 50%, so 91, but you can make here another price from. And here you have then the pot. You see then also here the article number from Nieuwkoop. This came from Plantinum, article number from Plantinum, with their specs, with their information which they have for that plant, that pot. We save this, and then you can add some more information about delivery or whatever costs you have. And if you say quotation, then you'll see here the quotation with your logo, your company information, your customer information, and then you see here the layout of the offer, always with an image, the size, and the total size is the plant without the pot and this pot. And for that we have standardized all the names, is always the same build up, and that looks nicer for the customers. This plant and pot is without system. Here I made an example of a plant and a pot with an insert, with a water meter, with veld, with soil, and with labor. So you can play with it, you can fill in the prices, and it's up to you to show this. But you also can say we make some icons where all the information is together. So instead of having here all the various materials, you can put it in one icon. So you can do this by different ways how you want to do it. You also can do some exceptionals. So if you take a live picture from Mobiling, you can add all the different plants if you want, labor if you want. So you can build up an offer. And if you have that offer, you also have then the visuals. So you can send with your offer the visuals of the products. Looks a little bit funny as you see here, because this the picture. So this is not built in real size, but it shows the products. And in this pot we have, in this rectangular, we have two plants. And here you see Mobiling, the empty live picture with these two pots, with these two plants. And talking about the pots, for instance, about Plantinum, if you take there the colorful, and you're going to use this in the configurator, you also will be then able to color it. And you can put this then in your configurator, so that you have the right color what you want to show. Then this is all based on raw colors. Then the last part I want to show you is a floor plan. If you upload a floor design, you can make a design. You click here, up. Then you select a pot. You select a plant. There's one result. Give the name. Save it. And you see it here now. So you can make a complete design of all the levels. And if you have this, if you go back to this quote and the customer say, well, I would like to have this, then you can say, well, make me an order list, because Plantress is not supplying you plants and pots anymore. I did it in the past, but it's finished. I will not do it by other companies. And now I don't know if he's going to open an Excel, but I don't think you're going to see that Excel, or let me see, because he's only opening an, no, you don't see that, huh?
No, we don't see it. So you have to stop sharing this one, and
there
is a way of multiple sharing, but that's too complicated to find out right now.
That normally should work, but I can share then my Excel.
Yeah.
Even kijken, where's my Excel? Here is my Excel.
Yeah, we see your Excel.
So then you have the Excel.
Oh, no, not anymore.
Let's do it again. Okay, where's here? Yeah, now you see my Excel?
Yeah, we see your Excel.
So what you see here, then the product you have used for your offer. Now it's here, the supplier is a Nieuwkoop and Plantinum. Here you see their article numbers. Then see here the names of their description. We in Plantrest we standardized all the names, but here you see how Nieuwkoop is calling this plant, and that the quantity you have used, the basic purchase price of Nieuwkoop, is it a hydro, is it a pot, or is it a plant, whatever. Descriptions of Nieuwkoop. Now then the various sizes, and also you will see then. So all this information is then in the system, so that you can order your products as you do normally. And this Excel you also can import by CSV Excel in your own system. This is in a nutshell Plantrest.
Okay, there's one question in the chat. Mathieu Ayar, he asked, how safe are the data of my customers? How secure is this platform?
That is the good question. Yeah, that is secure. That is based in a higher standard. It is in a Dutch cloud server, and that is safe.
But it's not in a way that the client data can go to, I'll elaborate a little bit on, can go to one of your suppliers, like.
No, of course not. No. We have that also in our privacy policy that is available on the site on the bottom, and you can read it here. No, that is not possible. No, not at all.
Okay, and for me, I also had a question that for me it was a little bit. I made this mood board with a pot and a plant, etc., but that's not connected to this quotation part, isn't it? No,
that is correct. That's what we call the inspiration, and there's another application as the offers. No, that's correct.
So you have to do it again.
Yeah, that is first you make an inspiration to your client. What does he like? But if you really know how to work with Plantrest, you can integrate. Then you can make a mood board based on your quote.
Yeah.
That needs a little bit of training, but then you can use the mood board also as an attachment of your offer, of your quote.
Okay. Then you use your mood board to make a nice images, and you use exactly the same pots in your quotation. Yeah. Okay, but then I lost you a bit when it became an order. I don't know how it's about the other people, but then I have this quotation, and then my customer, I think my customer says, well, I like your quotation, but I take a little bit less plants of that and more plants of that, and etc. So your quotation will normally be altered before it becomes an order to the client, or not? Yeah,
you can change. You can change the quantity of products.
Yeah. And then
if the final order, then you say order list, and they have exactly the products which you have sold.
Yeah, but what I missed is the order with the client. So how does the client? You have a difference between your original quotation and the order with the client, which you get signed by. Or is this just another quotation you send out again, and then the client signs it, and that's out of the application?
Yeah, that is indeed, it's a good question. That's not in the application. So if he's sending an email, or he's going to sign the offer, the quote you sent to him.
Yeah.
Okay, where was it here?
Yeah. Oh yes, that's in the end a Word document.
Yeah. So that is if you send back this signed. Yeah,
this is actually the thing.
Maybe future what we can make in the future, but not yet.
Yeah. So this is what's going to the clients, and then the client says more of this, less of that. You change that in your Plantrest quotation.
Yeah.
And then the order you produce is an order towards your suppliers. So the order list is about communicating with the pot, the supplier of the pots and supplier of the plants. That's where you need the order list for. Yeah,
then the order list, then you have the overview from what you have sold. And then you have your shopping list. And in the shopping list, you will see which product came from which supplier. And we are not supplying, we are not getting paid, no turnover percentage or whatever. So you have your own list, and you can purchase it as you purchase it today.
Yeah, so there's also no connection. You download the data from the suppliers, but there's not a real connection with their web shops. That's still something happening in Excel, and you have to do.
Yeah, we are working. Yeah, we do now frequently update the Excel by Excel into our system, and that's quite a lot of time. But that will come up in APIs.
Okay, okay. May I ask Michel Abi, you use this tool in real life. How does it work for you? Do you use it the same way Sander describes it? Are you there, Michel? I don't. Yes, there you are.
Marieke.
Yes.
Hi to everybody. Yes, to answer your question, we use the tool quite the same way, but we focus on the whole inspiration part with creating mood boards and working a lot with the configurator. That means putting pot and plants together, because it's the easiest and much fastest way for us to give customers nice inspiration. Very often we don't create the inspiration part together with the offer. It showed that if it has to go quick and the inspiration just what the customer just wants to have some ideas, then it helps in the first step when you can give your customers or your potential customers a nice mood board and some examples with plant and pot combinations. And then in the second step, we do the quotation either in Plantrest or in our own system.
And why do you? When do you choose Plantrest and when do you choose your own tool?
Yeah, it has to do with the complexity of a project. If it's a standard project, let's say with 10 lechuza pots and 5 whatever pots from another supplier and standard plants, then we do it very often in Plantrest. And if it's more complex with green walls and with customized systems and products, then we do it in our own system. Because
you give your customer a more a quotation on headlines, let's say it like that.
Yeah, the more detailed description about the different products.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, but you do use it in all cases for your internal calculation, because I think that is a great thing about it, so that you really know what your order for lechuza, what your order for nieuwkoop, or do you only do that also for the standard, the more standardized projects, and that the bigger ones are calculated in a different tool?
We do it for the more standardized project. That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And are there other people present who use the tool? Nobody yet?
No, not from the users. Not
okay. No, you know that too, of course, Sander.
Yeah.
But maybe you can elaborate on it a bit too, Sander. The customers you do have, do they use the tool more for their smaller projects or for all projects? What you have had a questionnaire recently, so maybe you can tell us more about that.
Yeah, the questionnaire I made that is last year. But about the first question of you, how they use it for small or larger quotes, I don't know. I know that they use it. Even people who are a little bit not so handy with images, I've seen that they also find a way to get the pictures together, to make a mood board and send it to their clients, and they're quite happy with it.
Yeah.
So in that way, once again, it is using my images digitally instead of walking around with my books.
Yeah, and that's a great quality. All these images that are in it, that's a quality in itself. But and then another question for Michel. You of course have staff running around. How difficult is it to learn them this software? Or
I think the most difficulty in the moment is that we all have plenty of works. Our books are full with orders, and then you really need to find a person, an assistant, for example, in your company who has the time to get into this tool. But as Sander said, with 2 or 3 trainings done by Sander, and then with after 3 or 4 or 5 offers, you get into a certain kind of routine. Then it works. It works
Okay.
quite good, especially with the inspiration part, mood boards, and the pot plant configurator.
Okay.
Yeah.
But and then may I ask the people in the webinar, what do you think? Do you think you could learn this easily, or would it, you can say it, or you can put it in the chat? You can learn it easily, or do you think it could be difficult? Nobody is answering. Okay, so everybody thinks it's easy, probably. Well,
Sounds good.
it was a simple question. I thought, oh yes, should be okay. Peter Alexander says, thank you, Peter, for communicating. You all are here also because you're considering working with a different tool for your quotations, maybe, or just was curious. In your current tools, can you do more or less the same things, or do you think this really has something other tools don't have? Because that's what Michel says. For him, the most interesting part is all these images to use for his mood boards. Anybody thinking? Maybe Sandra, you could stop the screen sharing, to maybe we could see people.
No.
No.
Presentation.
So clear that you did the job in 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, thank you everybody for your attention. We will see you next time. It's not clear when we will have a next webinar like this, but there are already 2 other suppliers from EILO which are wanting to do a webinar. So it will be I think in a month's time, we will have a next supplier webinar where we do it in more or less the same way, where I will ask questions and you can ask questions, and the supplier will have a special offer for EILO members. So then I wish you all a good afternoon.
And thank you very much for your hospitality.
Yes, bye.
Bye-bye.